Here I'm going to be showing you how to make little simple crab or shrimp monofilament eyes, and these are painted, of course. You can paint them lots of different colors. This is a green color, kind of a chartreuse or a limeish kind of green, but other popular colors are black, red, natural, amber, yellow. You can basically do whatever you want. The materials you're going to need is some Loon UV fly finish. You're going to need a curing light, a little laser here, a lighter, some heavy monofilament. I'm using some Rio saltwater tippet, also known as the hard alloy tippet, in 16 pound. 20 also works just fine. Gonna need some nail polish. I like to use the quick drying kind, just so I don't have to wait for the nail polish to dry. And you're just going to basically pull off some strips of mono off your spool, and you're going to cut them into little 2.5 or 3 inch strips. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our lighter, and we're just going to hit it real quick with our lighter, and all we're looking for is a little bead right on the end of our monofilament. It doesn't have to be big. This is just going to give our UV resin something to stick to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of mono and I'm going to rub it in the resin, and I'm actually going to take it and I'm going to hold it straight up and down vertically. I don't want to lay it to the side and rub it down, or else all the resin will stick to the stem part of this. We want it just to be on the ball. So I'm just going to take my mono, just swirl it around a couple times, then hold it straight up and down, and I'll get a perfect little ball. And all I'm going to do is just take my laser here. I'm just going to zap it. Just like so. And then my eye, I basically have an eye already, but it's clear, it's unpainted. So to add some color, I'm just going to take a little bit of nail polish. I'm very carefully going to wipe most of it off. I don't want to get too much on the brush. And I'm just going to carefully paint it onto the eye, completely covering the eye. Now we'll end up with a little painted eye, just like so. And you're going to want to let that dry. You can either take this and stick it into some foam, clip it to something. I usually just take a bulldog clip and I clip it onto the clip so that the mono curves up, and then I can just lay it on the table with the curve facing up, and the eye will not touch the table. And I've got one here that's already dried. It only took about 4 or 5 minutes. And I don't necessarily want to just keep this nail polish as the top coat and leave it unprotected. You can, I mean, it's probably fine, but it could possibly chip off. So all I'm going to do is just add another thin layer. I'm just going to do the same process by just taking the eye and swirling it around. But this time I'll just take it and I'll wipe most of it off. That way I just have one thin layer. And that way you can't even tell that there's a top coat of clear fly finish. It looks like it's painted on the top coat, but really there is a clear finish. All I'm doing is just curing it. And to really get a rock hard cure, you can take a bunch of these and set them out in the sun for about 4 or 5 minutes, and that'll cure them absolutely rock hard. And you can use epoxy as a substitute if you like. I don't really like to use epoxy. It's messy. I have to wait. There's a possibility it can drip and sag, so I like to use some UV resin, and it's very durable. If you use these steps, works very, very good and makes perfect little crab shrimp eyes every single time. And you can find UV fly finish along with curing lights and monofilament at intheriffle.com.